Hey Shep, this is Mike Grande here, and I want to thank you for having me on your podcast. I'm really looking forward to it, and a big shout out to Dave Simon who set this whole thing up. Without Dave's email to you and introduction, I probably wouldn't be here right now. So thanks, Dave. I just wanted to tell you I finished up Be Amazing or Go Home, and that is a great book for anybody who wants to see the difference between good and amazing. And if you don't want to see it, you might as well just go home. I must say that it's basically how I run my school, and I really feel that being amazing and offering that experience like nobody else differentiates my music school than probably anybody else. We use music as a tool for a lot of the things that we do, and when I try to explain that to parents, basically saying that music is the way we teach confidence, self-esteem, and leadership, and those are really great skills to have as kids, as people, but we use music as the tool to do that. And what we like to do is show people how important that is and how music helps us. We do Thanksgiving Day baskets that we give away, turkey baskets and dinner for Thanksgiving, and our students come out and actually deliver it to these houses. So not only do the students raise money, they step up and become leaders in the community, and they go out knocking on these doors people who would have not otherwise had a Thanksgiving meal, and hand them a meal. And to see an 8, 9, 10-year-old child do that, you know that that's one of those things that are imprinted in their mind, and that's being amazing. Some of the things I do at my music school, I mean, we do tons of things, but what we just did was for people who are coming to us for a year or more, we've given them gifts, personalized gifts. A lot of people and a lot of books that I've been reading talk about that personalization of giving your clients, your good clients, gifts. So what I wanted to do was do that, but you say, how do you figure out a way to give personalized gifts to music students? So I thought about it for a while, and I figured, well, let's give guitar players guitar straps with their name embroidered on it. And you'll see over here one of our students, Daniel, who's got his guitar strap with his name Daniel on his guitar strap. They were custom made, beautiful Fender straps that we sent out and it was embroidered. We also gave that to bass players. We gave drummers drumsticks, customized drumsticks with their names actually laser engraved. So it wasn't like a sticker, it was laser engraved to the drumsticks. And some of the feedback was, these are so nice, I don't know if we should play them or put them on our wall. And then what we also did for piano players and for vocal students, we gave them what we see here is a wave recording. And it's a wave picture, and it's also a recording, which I'll explain to you in a second. So the idea was how can we give somebody, like a piano player or vocal student, something more tangible? Because you've got guitar players with guitar straps, you have drummers with drumsticks, but what could you really give a piano player except for a piano, and a singer except for a microphone? So we weren't going to do that. We wanted to do something really special and personalized. So what I did was I came up with this idea of creating a WAV file and then have the WAV file associated with a QR code. So I asked all of my teachers to send personal messages, record them on a WAV file, and then send them to me, at which point I reconverted them into a QR code, and we printed these out. So if you look at it, you have the WAV file, and then you have the QR code under it. So if you scan that QR code, that student gets a personalized message directly from their coach to their student. So if they ever want to be inspired, or if they just want to pick me up in the middle of the day, if they had a bad day at school, or they just got punished, or they broke their iPhone, they could just pick up their phone or their tablet, and they could scan that code and it comes up. What better way to connect between the teacher, or the coach, and the student? I think that's super important. So that's what I wanted to do as far as my give back, but then I went a step further. And this is how I feel that we became amazing without getting anything back for it. It was just it was an intuition, let's call it. We have 2 children that come to our school. Josh is their coach. They've been coming to us only for a couple of months, so they didn't get this gift, but we found out that the father had committed suicide a couple of years ago. And the 2 children come, and they've been affected by this. As you could just imagine, I think they're 11, and when they come to see Josh, their coach, every single week, they sit down and write songs and sing them to their Father in heaven. Sorry, I get a little choked up when I talk about this. And so Josh said to me, this is what we do every week. And I got a call saying that one of the children, Mason, was in a psych ward in White Plains, New York. And I said, what's the matter? Is he okay? And the mom said, no, he's not okay. He wants to be with his dad in heaven. And he tried to kill himself. So what we decided to do was, let's give Mason and his brother Ryan a really inspirational message. And this inspirational message will be a pick-me-up to inspire him if he feels alone, or he feels lonely or sad, or at a point where he needs somebody. Let's give him something that's an arm's stretch away from just getting that pick-me-up, that change of state, that make me feel better. So this is what we did. So I reached out to Josh that night when we found out about it. He did a recording for Mason and Ryan, his brother. Ryan was not in the hospital, but Mason was. I called the mom. We wanted to FedEx this overnight to the hospital. She wasn't sure if they'd still be there. It was a couple of days. They might release him in a week or so. So we sent this to their home. We have this framed as well. So I want to play you what Josh did. So here is the video in which we took. Let me play this. So if you see, you put the QR code here, you scan it with your iPhone, at which point you're going to hear Josh's little message to Mason. So if you hit play, here's Josh.
Hi Mason, this is Josh from the School of Rock. I just want you to know how proud I am of your strength and the support of your brother and your loved ones. You must know that you are very strong, and together with your brother, you must remain strong for yourselves and for your mother. You are a very smart, talented young man who I know can do lots of things in life. Never let anything hold you back from your happiness. Just believe and know that you will be okay. And never forget the people that will do anything for you. Stay strong, buddy. Josh.
So we sent this out to the mom, and the kids loved it, and it became their I guess happy place when they can scan this out and listen to it back. These are the things that make you amazing. This isn't something that we get paid to do. In fact, they actually stopped lessons for a little while because it was a lot for the mom to handle, as you can imagine. So instead of saying, well, they're not our customers anymore, you step up, you be amazing, you know. And I think when you're amazing, people recognize it, that it's something that you really feel so strongly about. Whether it's a business or whatever it is that you do, if you can't be amazing at it, what's the purpose of doing it? I've conveyed that to all of my coaches over the past few years, and our business has changed. Our students have changed. They've stepped up, they've become leaders, and their confidence is built. You'd be amazed how many parents approach us and say, you have no idea what Lessons has done for my daughter, who's now has the confidence to look people in the eye or get up in front of her class and do an oral report, which she wasn't able to do years ago before she took lessons. So be amazing and go home. I'm going to live by that standard, and I hope people that watch this can understand the importance of being amazing and go home. Thanks, Shep, and I look forward to speaking to you really soon.